All right, so if you've been watching my other videos, yeah, a lot of them are about knives, and so you might have been wondering, does this guy have kitchen knives? Does this guy care about his kitchen knives? Would he be willing to share with us or show us his kitchen knives? The answer is yes. Yes, I do have some knives. Yes, I do like them, and yes, I am willing to share them with you and show you what I have. Okay, in this case, you can see some serious brand loyalty. Okay, some consistency. Every single one of these knives, there's 6 of them, even the one that doesn't look the same as the others. Okay, every single one of these is a Mac knife. All right, and I'm kind of excited to share this with you because they're a company that's been around for a very long time, and many people have never ever heard about them. Right? So, why did I choose these knives? Why do I want these knives? Okay. Well, first of all, these two knives are almost guaranteed older than me. All right. So these two knives were at my grandma and grandpa's house. Okay. Um, and they were always in their kitchen. My grandma lived till she was 90 years old. Okay. Um, and when grandma and grandpa passed away, I asked my parents, I was like, hey, are these you guys' knives or was this grandma and grandpa's knives? And they were like, oh, no, that's grandma and grandpa's. You can have them if you want. And I was like, oh, sure, I would definitely take them. Um, and what else? So where I live, guys, at least a generation above me, it was actually common for a wedding gift to get people a set of knives from this particular brand. Okay, it was considered like a really nice wedding gift, and it was something that a lot of people in the generation above me, my parents' generation, um, like they kind of hoped that someone would get it for them, kind of a rite of passage. Okay, so very well liked um, knives in the local area where I am. Okay, so since this is the knives that my parents wanted when they got married, it's kind of the same kind of knives I wanted when I grew up and got married too. Right. So this is a relic. This is really cool, guys. Okay. So this is the box. Okay. Probably can't see much, but this tag says $17, guys. $17 from a store that no longer is with us. Okay, there used to be a store called Shirokiya. Right, no longer there, but this knife was $17 back in the day. Yeah, a little thing that says made in Japan. And so, which one does this one go with? Well, it only fits one, so it goes with this knife. So I guess I should start with this knife. Okay. So this is the chunky boy of the group. Okay, so Mac knives are known for being very, 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 very thin. Okay, like crazy thin. Okay, and also very light, but to have really nice wood handles. This is the cleaver. Okay, the cleaver knife. Okay, so it holds. It's thicker behind the edge. Okay, and it can plow through things that you wouldn't want the other knives to blast through. Okay. I use this on hard things like squashes. What else do I use this one on? I use this one for, when I'm filleting a fish, when there's the rib cage bones. So I'll cut all along the sides of the fish with my other knife. But then when I want to go tack, 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 and blast through the bones, then I switch to this knife. Okay, this is my cleaver. We'll flip them. When we're done, we will flip them. Okay, and so yeah, I don't know if I hold it up. Okay, so love it. This is the thickest of them. It says made in Japan. Okay, Mac knife. Hey, so that is knife number one. Okay, like I said, older than me. Okay, and crazy that still had the box. All right, this knife. Oh man, I love this knife. Guys. So I like carving the Thanksgiving turkey. I consider it a great honor to do so. And boy, this thing is so skinny and it's so long, and I can get it to be so sharp that it is a joy. It is an absolute joy to cut the Thanksgiving turkey with this knife, right? So this is the carving knife, okay? What else is this one really good for, guys? Oh man, I tell you, watermelon, okay? If you don't have a nice long blade for cutting watermelon, boy, you gotta get one, right? So this is the knife that doesn't have a box, but like I said, it's older than me, and no surprise that this one doesn't have the box, okay? So what is this next box? This one, ah, there it is, okay. So this one is the chef's knife, okay? The chef's knife is this one, okay? So this is known as a Gyuto, okay, Gyuto. And so it is actually not a Japanese knife by design, okay? This shape actually anciently didn't exist in Japanese kitchens, okay? But what this is a knife that was influenced by Western influence, yeah? So Western chef knives and what Western chefs have in their kitchen, the Japanese made their version of this, okay? So this is not a Japanese chef's knife. This is a Japanese version of a European chef's knife, and it's been called a Gyuto, okay? And these modern ones, hey, they don't make it like they used to, yeah guys? So it just comes with this cardboard thing, goes inside, was in here, right? So this is my Gyuto. This would be the most Western knife on the table, okay? All right, what's next? Next we have this guy. So it's here again. As you can see, it says Santoku, okay? So the Santoku knife is packaged very similarly to the Gyuto, and the Santoku is just very famous nowadays, yeah? Even European brands will make a Santoku version for their company. This is by far the knife I use the most. It's just a joy to use, the way it's shaped, the balance. Super good at just chopping things up, okay? So this is my Santoku, yeah? Again, goes in here. Mac sends this little thing about how to care for your knife, more on your Mac knife. Yeah. This is, I don't know if it's my favorite, because I have several favorites, but it's definitely one I use the most. Alright. Next. Okay, my fillet knife. Okay, so guys, this is proof. So why does this guy have a picture of a knife on top of the mat? Well, if you've been watching me, you know I like to just print pictures of things. Okay, so this is my fillet knife. Okay, and I actually have it. Yeah, this is proof. Okay, it says fillet knife. But the other day I was cutting fish at my mom and dad's house. Okay, and shucks, apparently I forgot it there, so I didn't bring it home with me. And you know, I didn't want to have to go there just to pick up the knife just to make this video. Figured that would be a waste of time, and so I just printed it out. And this is the other one, guys, but you can kind of guess what it looks like. I guess I cannot flip this one over like the others though. But yeah, you know, I'm very fortunate that in where I live, we actually have 5 family properties that are all within about 10 minutes from each other. Max, that's like max distance from the farthest to the farthest. Yeah. So like my uncle, he lives like 3 minutes that way. My parents, they live like 3 minutes that way. The house I grew up in that my brother lives at is like 7 minutes that way. And then there's my place over here. And then my other brother is like twice the distance from my parents' house. So maybe 6 or 7 minutes. So yeah, super nice that so much family so close. Okay. I mean, I guess some people wouldn't like that, but in my case, I love it. I feel very fortunate. So what's this the, oh, so this is the fillet knife. Yeah, fillet knife. It's in the box. Okay. Yeah, same thing as one of these things. Okay, and then finally, the beauty of the collection. Okay, so this is a Yanagiba. Okay, this is from the Japan series. There's actually quite a few series of knives being covered and represented on this table. So they're not all just Mac knives. Mac knives has several different series, and there's actually 4 different series in these 6 knives. Okay, so this one is from the Japan series, and they have a series in the Japan series, I guess a subset called the HO or Ho series. And if you go on their website right now, I actually feel fortunate to have this knife, because currently on the website it looks like whoever they were going to get these knives from, looks like something happened. So the link is still there, but there's no knife listed. Okay. So if you know sashimi, if you know about cutting fish for sushi, then you know what a Yanagiba is. Okay. And I'm super into fishing and fish. I actually, guys, I enjoy cutting fish, cleaning fish, gutting fish, scaling fish, preparing fish, and eating fish just as much as I like catching the fish. Okay. Wasn't always that way though. Took years to get to that point. But so this one, I don't even know what that says. It says that it is 240 millimeters. The bottom is pretty ratty. Yeah. It says, what does it say? Yanagi Hocho Sakon 8 Sun. Anyway, and then inside, okay, so this one actually has like a scabbard. Okay. It's right here. Yeah. Yeah. And this one is the most carbon steel of all of them. Okay. I've been doing a pretty good job, because if you look, the rest of the blades are in worse shape than this one. This is the least rusty, but this is the most susceptible to rust. This is the one where I dry it as soon as I use it. Okay. And it was more expensive than the others. You know, it might have cost as much as all the others combined. Yeah, all of them say made in Japan on them. This one has a little gold sticker. I don't know how it's still there. Yeah, but it says made in Japan there. Okay. Yeah, not much else to say. I fillet fish a lot. I take pride in how I fillet and prepare my fish. So I use the fillet knife. Life would be hard without this knife. Okay. Shocking how often I use this knife. I actually use this knife for cutting mango too. This is my mango knife too. Yeah, because the way I cut mango, I like to lop off the 2 ends, and then I like to just peel the skin around it, and I keep the skin to eat the mango off the skin. And then but this thing just peels the skin so well, and then after that I chop up the mango, and yeah, the whole thing gets eaten. Okay. Oh guys, I don't know if I'll ever make a video on mangoes, but oh, I love mango. Mango is the greatest. Okay. How about I divide these knives by series? Let's see. So 3 of these knives are from the Mac original series. If you're interested, okay, guys, I highly recommend these knives. I am so in love with these knives. Okay. I cannot imagine using any other knives, and when I do actually use other people's knives, because I'm at their house or I'm just helping like prepare food for some kind of event, oh, I miss my knives, guys. I really do. Okay, so this is original series fillet knife. This is the original series cleaver, and this is the original series carving knife. Okay, that's what they're called. All right, and then this guy, okay, the Santoku, is from what's called the Superior series. Okay, I don't know if you can see it there, but it says Superior series. Okay, so if you want the Santoku, you're not going to find it in the original series, because originally wasn't made. Okay, and then this guy is from the Chef's series. Okay, so this is called a Gyuto Chef's knife, and it's from the Chef's series. And I don't think you'll be able to find this, guys. Okay, but this one is from the Japan series. Again, it's called a Yanagiba, and in the Japanese line, it was from the Ho series, or the HO series. Okay, and yeah, guys, growing up, this is kind of the only knife I knew, because my parent, like as you can see, my grandparents had these knives. At their house, there's still the two other ones. I didn't need the other two ones because one of them was a chef's knife, which I have two chef's knives here, and the other was a paring knife. And I kind of use my fillet knife kind of as a paring knife, and sometimes I just grab a random knife to do that too. And so, yeah, my grandparents' house, there's a couple Mac knives over there still. And then growing up, my parents also had Mac knives as a wedding gift. Yeah, so it's all I ever knew. Growing up, when my parents trusted me to actually use a knife to cut things, I love the feel, the weight, the balance, and so that's the knife I always knew, I always loved. And when I became an adult, I just really didn't look anywhere else. Never needed to look any further. Right? So these are my kitchen knives from the company called Mac.